love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Hey, Delta! Okay. Check three. Behind! 0. Hey, go orange. Orange.
Off the play fake here, Rivers. Got a man, he finds Sanders. And now look at this, big gain but a fumble. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Delta! Wider!
A 1st down carry for Henry. And a short gain down to about the 33. Credit the tackle to Navarro Bowman.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Set! Block 15! Load it! Load it! One out a little bit! Alpha! Done! Right!
Rivers now on 2nd down. And this is Gabriel on the catch. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Derrick Henry, he's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
One out a little bit. Light. Ready. Behind.
Now Rivers. They set up the screen for Henry. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, Elliott. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and throw for it here. And Gronkowski's got it, complete over the middle. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That goes for a gain of 31. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And Detroit getting set to go now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Brings it just past the 15. Able to avoid the initial contact, but not much more there on the play. Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. They're starting to put some space here. The first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Hey, Delta! 0. Good! Delta! Hey!
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4. Leaves him with options here on 2nd and just a yard.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Behind!
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist.
Red! Red!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Play action now. Rivers. And that's complete to Sanders. He's up to 70 yards now in this first half receiving as he's got a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Left, left, left! Set, hey, go orange 5-4. Let's go.
Kill, Keel. Turn up.
Get hot.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Red. Keep it skinny. Check, green 80. Green 80. Load it. Load it. Left. 80 hot.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack. But I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone. And into the offensive backfield, he's a heck of a player.
And there, a big TFL, tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. He's bred this big defensive tackle.
Set, hey, go orange 5-4.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. On play action, Rivers. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Emmanuel Sanders, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Gone!
2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw left side, complete. That's Elliott. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll look to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. With it is Brown. A big kick, 50 yards that time, with a return of 4. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Brown! Off 4.
A 1st down throw here for Rivers. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They'll run for it with Henry. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
This is Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. Steps away. They've got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And give them a gain of 37. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. Now on the run, he'll throw it, and this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A gain of 39 that time. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Hot!
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from a yard out. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Butker now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, go orange 5-4.
Watch 89. Watch 89.
One now a little bit.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool him on that play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, go orange 5-4.
Check.
Hey!
What's the motion?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
They go play action. Rivers. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Emmanuel Sanders, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And Detroit getting set to go now. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
A dump off to Elliott. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They give him 12 yards and a first down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. On the move to his left. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
They'll set up a throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Again, it's Elliott. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. They'll drop the throw. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's fourth down. Now, field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth.
Detroit! Detroit!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it is incomplete. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2. If they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
They begin with Henry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On the counter, it's Henry. Room past the 20. Derrick Henry all alone. The 40. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And the Lions have recovered.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Watch it now, Barney!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he goes out right around the 39. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. To throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gordon. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Detroit!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big run that time by Elliott. Give him 42 yards on the ground. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
He'll look to throw. He goes underneath for Anderson. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney!
Looking to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Lions on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. He'll drop to throw. Screen play, Anderson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They'll come out in the pistol. They're going to look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. He was looking for Macklin that time.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Hey, you got 3.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
Let's go.
Three down.
Room.
Switch. Mike, 4.
And hide.
Again, it's Henry. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their first of the young season. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Again to Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
5-4. Hey, hut.
They'll run with Henry, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
On third down, Henry. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Now here's Michael Dixon, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. The give is to Elliott. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Try to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. First down. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo.